beautiful people in YouTube land. This is Chit for Cancer, and my name is Jody, and I am living with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. My cancer is triple negative, and the cancer is now spread to my bones. Before my diagnosis, I was pretty chill about my opinions regarding public issues. Now I find myself more opinionated and open with my opinions. I do, however, to try my best to be polite and respect other people's feelings. Well, today I am better. I'm feeling better in regards to my past week of pain, and I'm feeling chatty, and I want to chat about some of my pet peeves and why. Before we get started though, I wanted to apologize if I step on anybody's toes too hard. This is simply my thoughts, my irritations, and my truths, okay? So this week I started to feel better, and I started to review in my mind how my pain got to be so bad, and if there was a way that I could possibly have prevented it from getting so bad. Last week I met with my pain management doctor, and while I totally love this guy, he knows his stuff. And when it comes to palliative care for late stage patients, he's the bomb. However, this week I had asked him if I could adjust my breakthrough meds to something other than morphine. I felt like I was so heavy and sleepy all the time, and I wanted to try something lighter. All right, and I wanted to, for the daytime. Okay, so he starts out by saying that Percocet would be the next step down from the dose that I'm on with morphine. And so he said, okay, let's go ahead and do that. Then all of a sudden he starts talking out loud to himself as he's reading the screen, the computer screen, and he says, they're discouraging doctors from writing Percocet right now because of the new war on opiates. And at the time, I didn't say anything because I was just waiting for him to process and then give his advice, And then he says the new laws don't pertain to cancer patients anyway, so don't worry about it. Then he says, but to be on the safe side, let's give you Norco 5. So, and let's just see if that works. So I'm thinking, I'm kind of dumbfounded, because number one, I trust this guy. And I'm so happy to be getting off of the sleepy stuff. Anyway, I didn't say anything. And, I paid for it. And now I'm irritated because instead of my doctor having my best interest at heart, he had the lawmakers' best interest at heart. He had the rules. He had the advice from the lawmakers, not the doctors, not me at heart. And that just really, really irritated me. And for example, my mom is 80 years old, and she's had a broken back, her hip, her knees have been replaced several times now, and she was on pain medicine, opiates, and now all of a sudden they won't give it to her because they said they can't anymore. So my 80-year-old mother, who is not going to get addicted to pain pills, and if she did, oh well, hello, it's her choice. Anyway, now she's almost bedridden. She can barely walk. So thank you, lawmakers, and that's my problem. Not the lawmakers, or take medicine out of the lawmakers' hands, put it into the doctor's hands, and trust them to do their job. And then find them when those specific doctors are not doing their job appropriately. Now that is my pet peeve for that. Okay, so kind of reminds me of that that saying my nana used to say, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. And I think that's what we've done. We have taken this whole problem, instead of separating it and taking the human being over here and considering them, we've taken the dirty bathwater, the addiction and the pain opiates and the misuse, and we put the baby in there and we've thrown the whole thing out. And they throw me out with it. That's the way I feel, at least in this last week. Balance, people. That's all I'm saying. Balance. All right? Okay. Now I called my doctor back and I said, this is not working, blah, 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 blah. He fixed my pain meds, everything's fine, so I will be fine. That is not a problem. It was just irritating, and I did have to suffer a lot this week before I got to this point, and it should not have happened that way. And I should have stood up for myself and said, what? You know, this is you're going from here to here. I'm like, hello, you know. Anyway, all right, that's my feelings on that. Now let's talk about the coronavirus. How are you guys feeling about that? Having a compromised immune system, and wow, the toilet paper situation. This reminds me of a Seinfeld episode that they had years ago. This is probably aging me. Elaine, I think was her name. She went into the bathroom. She didn't have toilet paper, so she said, hey, to the stall beside her, and she says, can you spare a square? Anyway, they had a whole episode about sparing a square. Makes me wonder, will my neighbor spare a square if it gets down to it? I don't know. So, anyway, what do you think about the coronavirus, how it affects us as cancer patients? Are you fearful? Do you think that they're taking the right precautions, or do you think it's overkill? Just put your thoughts down in the chat box below and let's discuss it. Let's chat about it. Since I'm feeling better, I'm going to chat about it, and you know I will. All right. Let me see. Is there anything else that I was really irritated about this week? Nope. Nope, that's it. So, if you want to follow my journey, I don't always rant, and I'm not always this way, I promise. You can catch up with the videos about my story right up here. I'll put a link, and you can get to know me. I will see you this Wednesday, and if you want to hit subscribe, hit subscribe. If you want to ring that bell, ring that bell. And I will see you next Wednesday at Chit for Cancer. You guys have a safe, clean, protected week. And that's it.